We are back here on Girl Talk. Joanie Iaco has joined us. Say your last name so I say it right. Did I say it right?
Iaco.
Yay, I did pretty well. She is the manager here at the New River Collision Center, and it's a treat. We talked about you in the first segment, and we noted that strong women are actually quite normal here in the car industry, and I think that's new for a lot of us. I want to talk about the Collision Center specifically because off camera, you were so proud, not only of the Collision Center, but of your team, your staff, and your technicians. You couldn't wait to chat. So talk with us a little bit about, you're new here. So what do you do? Tell us about the Collision Center.
Well, I'm the Collision Center manager, and recently I started working at this fabulous facility. This is like a Collision Center manager's dream to have this 36,000 square foot shop, air conditioned. On top of that, I have ended up, or A-techs, there's different levels of technicians, talents, but these guys are all A-techs. In the office, I have talented, trained, caring staff so that when somebody has an accident, we care about what happens to them.
I'll tell you, just for fun, if people have never been here, it is actually worth coming and checking out. You've shown us around, and I feel like I'm sort of in Star Wars. That was a great way of the painting booth. It's like there's a giant kiln that you bake the paint. And I mean, talk to us a little bit about some of the different component pieces of the Collision Center.
Well, on this end is where all the the body men are at, and that's where they disassemble the cars and then they straighten them. They put them on this frame rack behind us, which has all the factory specs of all the makes and models, so that we can make sure we get the car straight before we put the sheet metal back on it, and we send it over to the refinish department.
You and I laughed because it's like being in an operating room. The guys have gloves on. The whole way everything is lined up with precision. I mean, it's pretty amazing. How does the process work? Okay, we talked a little bit about an accident happens. Take us from there, because I think people are confused.
It's a stressful process. When you get in an accident, you don't know who to call, what to do first. So if you're out on the street, you should make sure you are safe and whoever's in the collision with you is safe too. And then if possible, try and pull the car off the road. If you can't, call the police. They'll come out, they'll get a tow truck out there and get you off to the side of the road and get you somewhere safe. And maybe, hopefully you don't have to go to the hospital, but that too. After that, you need to find out if which insurance company will be handling the claim, and or if it's self-pay. We just need to know that too.
Do you have relationships with insurance companies?
We do. We have relationships with all the major insurance companies.
See, that's huge right there.
Right, and we know how to handle the process. Once we get the claim number from the person that's been in the accident, we can take it from there and make their life a lot easier.
Well, it was funny talking to you about what sets you guys apart, and you were very concrete about it. You've got relationships with a lot of insurance companies. And talk about your technicians and the folks who work here, just the way that they're all credentialed.
They're all factory trained, ASC certified, ICAR certified, and also certified with the manufacturers, which is important because there's a lot of different cars. We work on all makes and models. So
you work on all makes and models?
Absolutely. We take care of everybody. And so they have to be trained in all the different car lines.
How does it work then? Do you contact the insurance company?
When you've been in a collision, they all work a little bit differently. We are a direct repair for several insurance companies, and if that's one that we're dealing with, we can call them up, take the pictures, send the estimate, and just get the car going right away.
Now, this is maybe a silly question, but we're talking about collisions and accidents. If I have a dent in my car and I don't even know how I got it, I can't tell you it was an accident one way or the other, but I'm ready to have it fixed because it's bugging me. Is that you too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Bring it in, we'll write you an estimate and let you know how much it'll be. And how long it'll take, and we'll get it in. That's something that probably only take a couple days.
Because I kind of sort of want to get my car painted because it's pretty cool in there. Could you do that kind of stuff too?
Sure, we can do all of our paint jobs. We can do anything you want. These are talented guys.
Yeah. Now, how does that work just for something like that? Would I bring it in? Talk to me about estimates, or do I have an idea of how this is all?
Yes, you would bring in the car. We write the estimate. If we need parts, we pre-order the parts. And then once the parts are here, we bring you back in. And then we can kind of give you an idea how long it'll take, a guesstimate how long it'll take.
Now, go ahead.
Sometimes we run into little hiccups that we weren't expecting, so it might take a couple days extra.
One of the things you asked me too that you really wanted to clarify is that it is New River Auto Mall Collision Center, but you're not just for New River Auto Mall cars.
No, we do all makes and models, everything. We're fully trained for all of it.
What's it like to have 36,000 square feet? You've got a paint
I died
area.
and went to heaven. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
how do you kind of, you can put a lot of cars in here. What is this area?
This area over here,
Uh-huh.
this is where they're doing the body work, the actual straightening of the cars or changing the fenders.
Okay.
This right here is a booth, which you probably can't see, but it's for aluminum repairs, which is very, very, very new these days. And there's a lot of extensive training with that, and we have 2 technicians that have been doing that.
What does
lot
that
of
mean, aluminum?
Audis have aluminum sheet
okay.
metal, or aluminum metal instead of the sheet metal. So, and that's something that's coming more and more on the cars. So they have to be trained in how to do it.
I hadn't even thought about just the computer pieces of, it used to be that you could kind of do your own car. I mean, you could fix little this and that and the other. But
yeah, it's different these days, especially because of the computers, and it's getting more and more and more complicated. And
so, do you have continuing education for?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How does
They're
that
going every year. We take turns. We send them to the different classes because the cars change every year, so they have to get
Yes.
updated and know the different things on the different cars that have changed.
And I know we've only got about 30 seconds, but talking about different brands of cars, we were talking about Jaguars and we were talking about minivans, we're talking about all this. Do different technicians specialize in different cars or brands here?
No, they pretty much, we got them all trained to take care of everything because we have to get them out of here in and out.
Because you said there was a lot of cross training that went on.
Yes, lots of cross training. Everybody knows everything.
Okay, I love this. You were the perfect Girl Talk guest. You've really helped us demystify this, to be honest with you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We want to thank all of you for joining us here on Girl Talk. Have a wonderful week.